Good morning, Lauronauts. My name's Jim, and I'm here to talk to you about Meshtastic. So it is Sunday. The time is 10 to 9. I'm 70 metres above sea level in Worcestershire at the Malvern Hills. 70 metres is pretty much the bottom of the Malvern Hills, but there's a car park where I'm waiting for my friend Chris to come up from Gloucester, the dark side of Gloucester. He's going to be here in about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So I just thought I'd take this opportunity to start, I don't know, an intro to the video. So the car park that we parked at, there are a couple of footpaths that go direct to the trig point at the top of the Worcestershire beacon, which is ultimately where we're hoping to broadcast some good distance from today. Weather, it's okay at best. The forecast is supposed to be clear between 10 and sort of 2ish really, which is, I guess, the window that I want to broadcast in. There are a couple of footpaths here that are direct to the summit, but the weather's not been great overnight and they look a bit muddy, so I'm glad I've allowed us at least an hour and a half to get to the top, because I've got a feeling we're going to have to go the long way around. But I'm not worried about that. We'll get there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so on with the video. Right. This is Chris. He's the chap that's come up from the dark side of Gloucester this morning that I was waiting for. We've started to climb the Malvern Hills already. We're only 20 metres in and we need to sit down already. It's too much. What do you think, Chris? What are your opinions?
Yeah, well, we said we'd take the steep route to get up there quicker, so we kind of committed ourselves now.
Yeah, okay, cool. Right, let's get on with it then.
Right, there's a swing there.
I'll get your pounders if you swing on it.
Sod's law, it'll break.
Come on, let's just give it a go, boost.
I'll break my ankle.
Come on. We've got plenty of time.
We'll have a look at the safety stuff. Why me?
Hey?
Why me?
I'm holding the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, that looks sad.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's safe.
Yeah, go on, give it a go.
Mate, it's wonky.
What could go wrong?
It'll snap.
No.
Oh, it's all wet.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to lower myself down slowly.
Alright.
Right. If this breaks, I sprain my ankle.
That's decent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You reckon?
I don't know. Either way.
Hey! We'll get a little swing on, shall we?
Yeah.
It's slippery.
Come on, stop messing around, let's get some work done. We don't know where we are. We could be halfway, we're not sure, but it's a bit foggy, which is a bit of a concern.
Kind of hoping it lifts, fingers crossed.
Yeah. So, onwards and upwards.
You know that alley, what was it? It was 30 quid on Amazon. Yeah. Direct from Heltec, they were £19.80. $19.80, so what's that? Is the pound less than or more than?
I don't know.
Can't remember. I feel like it's less than.
But I just PayPal it at 3.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know, what's this mystical ray of light over here? Well, we've still got half hour or so.
Yeah.
What I don't want to do is turn on too early, because I don't want to kick it off too early and we get a bad signal because of the weather.
Of course.
I'd rather just wait as long as possible, fire it up and then get on the net.
Yeah. And if it is foggy, you can always put a message out on the Meshtastic Facebook group and just say, oh, you know, a bit foggy at the minute. Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, get the sun's out soon.
Oh, I might get the sun cream out of this.
I tell you what, that'd be amazing getting the drone out through that cloud now.
Yeah.
Looking back at the hill. love those kind of shots.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to see obviously the other peaks there, over the top. And actually, if you look over the edge back there, it was like rolling off the edge. Rolling off the edge.
It's getting thin down there. Look, you can see them all.
Yeah, it is.
So the intention today, Boos, is to see if these Yorkshire lads can get hold of that node down in Stafford. There's a lad called Dave up on Clee Hill. And if Dave can get them down to us, and we can get everyone down to Bristol, then hopefully Bristol can get them down to Southampton. Then in theory, Yorkshire should be able to communicate with the south coast off grid.
Yeah. Is there anybody beyond Yorkshire? Is that the furthest you've got at the minute?
Probably. Don't know. I haven't personally never got up to Yorkshire.
No, but there could be people further up from Yorkshire, which would just extend it even further.
The only thing I don't know what's going to sort of pan out is because if we do get down to the south coast, it's going to be such a narrow channel. I don't know what's going to happen if 20 people from Yorkshire try and talk down to Southampton through essentially 3 nodes on the way.
Is there a max? I remember before you said 5. There's a 5 node limit.
Well, so that's adjustable between 1 and 7.
Right.
The trouble is, if you have 7, that means your message will bounce on 7 times.
Yes.
And that could potentially, imagine you had, 3 or 4 people in the same area and all their messages were bouncing on. All of a sudden, that's 3 or 4 times 7. You know what I mean? So, whereas 3 isn't quite enough to get range, because you might max out way short of where you want to get. So I've gone for 5 because it's like a happy medium. It's a little bit more, but not quite a lot. That's the plan anyway. All right, Chris. So it's 20 past 10. We said we go live at 30:30. I don't think the weather's going to get any better than it is. Although I don't know. I mean, it keeps. Yeah, it's promising. It's tempting us, isn't it?
It is.
But we're currently foxed hole in on the north side of the hill, just to keep out of the wind because it is biting this morning. But we're going to now get our kit and go up to the trig point, turn on, and see who's on the net. So we'll talk to you then. So me and Chris have stood on top of the trig point up at Malvern. It's extremely cold, extremely foggy, and extremely windy. We have got Coventry, we've had Bristol, we've had Pontypool so far. The weather's not great for radio communications, it's extremely foggy.
It keeps clearing every once in a while, but
yeah, we've got a bit of sunlight coming in. Hopefully it'll clear, but every time we get a break in the clouds, we seem to be able to get out across the net. So, yes. Oh, yes. Very nice. Yeah, the wind's dropped right after you've got a big bank coming in there, look.
yeah.
All right, cool. So we've come off the top of the hill now. It was getting extremely cold. We had a break in the weather actually, which was really good, and the node map massively populated during that couple of 3-minute period of really good weather, and we got a direct trace route down to Taunton. It was 125 kilometres in one go. It was direct trace route. Got the screenshot, so I'm really happy with that. That was really good. What are your thoughts today, Chris?
Yeah, it's great. Absolutely fantastic.
Enjoyed yourself?
Very much so.
Gonna get into it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good man. All right, great stuff. That's it then. So what we're going to do now is have a walk back down to the cars and go home. So there we go. What a fantastic day. Not quite the mega mesh that I was kind of hoping for. I think that was being a bit optimistic, really. We still had a really great day. I mean, we had Dave up on the Clee Hills with his setup. He was trying 2 or 3 different I think he had a Heltec and he had a few other sort of bits of equipment. He suffered similar weather to us. It wasn't great, although he did manage to get out, which is really good. He was going to be our northern ally, if you like, and the idea behind that was that he was going to be able to sort of get in touch with perhaps the Staffordshire node. I think it's 7780, something like that, in the hope that perhaps Liverpool and Manchester might be able to see 7780, and then of course by extension the Yorkshire boys. But that didn't pay off. But like I said, weather was a big element today. What we noticed, certainly on top of the Malvern Hills, that every time we had a clearing in the fog or the cloud cleared, the node mesh map went nuts. You know, it really sort of populated. So it just goes to show that weather's a key factor. We had Lee up on Licky Hill. He had his great big Yagi out and his great big antenna. He mostly just sort of rode pillion today. He heard a lot of our traffic, saw a lot of our traffic, which was really good. He had a couple of contacts himself, so that was great news. The furthest we got directly from the top of the Malvern Hills was Taunton. I was really happy with that. That was like 126 kilometres. I'll pop the screenshot in the video so you can see that it was a direct trace route as well. So it wasn't via anybody, it was just a single connection straight down there. So 127 kilometres or whatever. Really happy with that. We had a couple of conversations with a chap called Rob who was travelling on the M5. I'm not sure whether he was going north or south, but he was north of Taunton at the time. We got a couple of messages across to him. He says he's been monitoring traffic most of the morning and that he'd seen our signal from the top of the Malvern Hills since we switched on that morning. So that was really good. I was really happy with that.
I've had to switch to a headset because the world's oldest laptop, which I'm trying to process today's video on, is melting, and the sound of the fan was coming over the audio. So there we go. Summary. Today, what did we achieve? We achieved a full distance of 209 kilometres. So that's from Staffordshire. That was the furthest trace route that I had north, down to Taunton, which is the furthest trace route I had down south. At a total of 209 kilometres. Maybe that's a first for the UK. I don't know, but that's a hell of a size mesh, and what's that? Roughly a fifth of the country. I think that's a great achievement, and everybody involved should be really happy with that. So congratulations to everyone that got involved with that. Look what we've done. That's fantastic news. Yeah, I guess that's everything I wanted to say so far, and I'm gonna have to think of the next project to do, and do it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week, and hopefully we'll do something crazy next weekend. Bye for now.